Welcome to 1999 European Lecture Tour Excerpts from God's Direct Contact, The Way to Reach Peace by Supreme Master Ching, Vegan, Part 1 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. The book God's Direct Contact, The Way to Reach Peace contains excerpts from her 1999 European Lecture Tour. During that great journey, which included 18 stops in 40 days, a powerful message for the world, God's direct contact, see God while living, illuminated many hearts seeking answers at the turbulent end of the last century. Many also experienced great renewal while appreciating these enlightened talks through every possible medium. Requests to have a collection of talks from the tour finally led to the publication of this book. Today, we are pleased to share some excerpts of the Supreme Master Ching 1999 European Lecture Tour from her book, God's Direct Contact, The Way to Reach Peace. Through more peaceful ways. Master tells her audiences that she comes to offer them enlightenment. This is the best gift that God can give to all of us because it is the only solution to all kinds of diseases in this world. Master says she has come to raise the consciousness of people to help you remember your higher self, your nobler being, so that the atmosphere will change and the energy will become more loving, nobler, and more like the higher dimensions. Indeed, peace in the Balkans came sooner than people had expected. At the very same hour, Master finished her last lecture on the European tour. The warring sides in Kosovo signed a peace treaty. 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ said to his disciples, God shall give you another comforter. The comforter for our age has come to us, and she is the Supreme Master Ching. Like all past masters, Master Ching comes from God. She is here to point the way back to God and help us realize heaven on earth. If it requires our experiencing pain and suffering to realize that we need a comforter, then perhaps we have not suffered in vain. The Supreme Master Ching 1999 European Lecture Tour Excerpts. Master pointed out, in the universe, and generally speaking, on this planet, God has created many things for His children to enjoy, material things and also very abstract things. Material things bring us comfort, wealth, and much satisfaction. And on the other hand, abstract spiritual knowledge brings us bliss, happiness, and life everlasting. One who is successful in material acquisition enjoys much in material comfort. But sometimes it has the side effect that he forgets the spiritual blessings that God has saved for all of us. And the ones who are successful only in the spiritual aspect sometimes don't care about material gain. So, sometimes it also has a side effect for people who see them. It makes them form an opinion about them that following God and pursuing spiritual practice is going to lead to poverty. And some people who are successful in both the material and spiritual aspects sometimes present themselves in both aspects, and this also has side effects. People will wonder, what kind of God follower is that who looks so luxurious and doesn't look like a monk? So there are always some side effects to everything. It is because the minds of our people are used to one extreme or another. But really, we can neutralize the material and spiritual aspects and make of them a perfect life for ourselves. We are the children of God. We can choose to do whatever we want, but we must know how. After being successful in spiritual practice, we also, by the way, often gain material success as well. That's why in the Bible, it is stated, "Seek you first the kingdom of God, and all other things shall be added unto you." To be successful in the spiritual world, we have to know the way to contact the source of all spiritual power. In order to do that, we just have to be quiet during some moments of our lives, and we shall know how to focus, and then we can communicate with God. It's already there. pages 37 and 38. Some of us envy successful business people, but they do not know how much work, how much energy, how much time, how much sacrifice they have to put into their business in order to gain what they have. And that is just for some ephemeral, material, destructible things that do not last. And for that, we work sometimes 8, 10, 12, 14 hours every day. Forget the wife, forget the children, forget friends, sometimes get sick ourselves and get mental stress, and get old quickly and experience all kinds of discomfort just to gain material success. And of course, we forget God too, by the way. Most people, when they are too busy, even forget themselves. So now we come to the spiritual aspect. How much do we have to work in order to be successful in God's realization, in gaining back the whole kingdom of the universe for ourselves? How much work? Almost none. There's nothing to pay, no conditions, no effort, nothing binding, no loss, no risk, only gain. Why? Because we are the children of God. We have it already. If we have something in our pocket, do we have to pay for it? You don't have to pay for your skin. You don't have to pay for your hair. And you don't have to pay for your beautiful smile. It's already there. Pick up the right phone. We have spent a lot of time praying, crying and begging to know God, but His is still too far away because we don't pick up the right phone. If we talk on the phone all day long, but to the wrong person or to a disconnected phone, we never get an answer. We can shout, scream or cry on the phone all day long. It won't help anything. God has installed a phone within us so that we can directly communicate with Him. But once we descended into this world, we somehow became disconnected. That is why God always sends some heavenly sons to the world again to remind His brothers and sisters of how to get back to Him. But of course, when the Son of God comes here, she or he carries with her or him such power and such tremendous love that we are sometimes afraid. And that's why some people try to harm her or him, like in the case of Jesus. He doesn't look any different than us, but inside, spiritually, He is different. We were originally not different than Jesus, as the Lord has said, "Whatever I do, you can do also." It's just that we are so deeply covered by the material mud or the dark material veil that we have forgotten who we really are. Just like someone who is drowning in the water, he looks wet, he looks distraught, and he looks sick and pale. But the one who stands on the shore is still clean. He looks beautifully dressed and is still powerful. That man can pull the drowning person out of the water. Originally, the drowning man didn't look different than the man standing ashore, because they both were dry and beautifully dressed. It's just that he was drowning, so he looked different for a while. And after he has been pulled out of the water, warmed, fed, dressed, and cared for, he will look magnificent and normal again, like the man standing on the shore. Enchanted viewers, thank you for your presence today for Words of Wisdom.